Well, hi again, everybody. Welcome to the Sunday Sit Down. And we feature USA Hockey's National Team Development Program players. This broadcast is brought to you by our good friends at CJ's Brewing Company, the restaurant located at USA Hockey Arena. Today is a $6 pizza day. So if you don't want to cook on Memorial Day holiday, call 734-453-4455. Get your $6 pizza. My name's Pete Krupski. I'm the play-by-play voice of the National Team Development Program, joined by the Director of Communications for the NTDP, John Edwards. Our guests today are a couple of 2003 NTDP players who will be playing this season at USA Hockey Arena. Tyler Boucher, young man from New Jersey, and Red Savage, who is currently, I believe, living in Northville. And guys, thanks for doing this. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Tyler, I'll start with you. How's the quarantine going? Are you in New Jersey, and how's it going in New Jersey?
Yeah, I'm in New Jersey. It's going pretty good. It's kind of just like the same thing every day. We got a couple of weights in the garage, so been working out, shooting pucks, and then a lot of Xbox and TV. But it's been good. We've been getting together with our team. Savvy and I twice a week. We do like an extra hip mobility thing with Will. So we've been in touch doing that, so that's been good. And yeah, I think our team group chat's been staying together too, staying in touch. So it's been pretty good so far. I mean, just making the best of it.
Perfect. Now, Red, your dad is publishing all kinds of YouTube videos. What's going on in Northville?
Yeah, I'm in Lake Erie, Ohio. I'm at the Duke's lake house, and with us and the Hughes family. So we've been here the past 4 or 5 days, and we've been just hanging out on the boat, working out and playing a bunch of golf.
I understand, and an unnamed source read, but one of your coaches told me there is a par 3 golf course in your backyard. Is that correct? And can I get a tee time?
Yeah. My dad's been working on the lawn quite a bit lately, and he souped up a couple of short, like 60-yard holes that we've been playing our minds out of.
So I can't get the Big Bertha out and try to drive it. I got to go like sand wedge, perhaps.
Yeah, it's more of a 56 kind of hole.
John Edwards, what do you got for a guess?
I went back to New York to see some family, and I'm going to be on my way back to Michigan tomorrow. It's just a quick little trip, say hi, and get back out there. We're ready to roll at the arena as soon as we're allowed, and we'd love to get back in there very shortly.
You know what? When you mentioned the arena on Friday, we had an excellent event for CJ's Brewing Company. Jack and Quinn Hughes signed autographs. They were celebrity servers for 2 hours. And I'll tell you what, class acts, they both are. They did an outstanding job. We had about 75 cars, and everybody pretty much behaved themselves, even the autograph seekers. But it was an outstanding event. I know we're going to have something next Friday. And John, I'm not going to jinx anything, but we might have a couple of guys that have a Stanley Cup on their resume. So we look forward to that.
Well, could be on the lookout this week, and we'll let the good fans know as soon as we can.
Perfect. Let's get back to our guests, Tyler Boucher and Red Savage. And guys, I really enjoyed working with your group last year. You played with skill, you played with passion. Your coaching staff calls your team grinders with skill. And Tyler, would that be fair to say?
Yeah, I think Coach referred to us as skilled grinders like the whole year. We're a team that has like a lot of skill, but we're not gonna be super flashy, like toe drags and all that. We stick to our system, we work hard, and it works out for us. So I think you saw that throughout the year in those 10-game or 12-game stretch there. But yeah, when we're playing our game and we're playing with a little bit of an edge and using our skill too, it works out for us, and you could see it there throughout the year.
Red, unfortunately, you got hurt, but I really enjoyed watching you when you were playing. What did you enjoy about last year before you got hurt?
I'd say my favorite thing about last year was just being with the group of my best friends every day and just getting to work and being able to just practice and just hone in on our game every day. It's pretty cool.
Now, I don't know if I'm sure you both know this, but your fathers, obviously they played in the NHL, but they were teammates and roommates with the Phoenix Coyotes in 2002-03. Do they have any stories they share with you, or do they just keep that to themselves?
Yeah, they were roommates while Boucher's dad was on that crazy shutout streak. So my dad says that it's because of him.
Tyler, I talked to your dad less about hockey, more about broadcasting. But what's it like? What's it like for the both of you when you get together?
Well, we normally play golf and stuff, and my clubs are in Michigan. So we've been playing like a little bit of basketball. We've actually he's been trying to get in shape, so we've been like doing suicides in the driveway and stuff. So we get pretty competitive with each other. Sometimes it gets a little intense, but it's all fun and games. And yeah, it's always a good time, just competing with him and stuff, because I don't have a brother or anything to do like shoot pucks with or anything. So he kind of fills that role for me. So he does a good job of that with me.
Tyler, one of the things he's talked to me about is he sees you as maybe an emerging Tom Wilson. Now, I know Tom Wilson pretty well. We know he's really developed as a player. Is that a fair comparison?
Yeah, I think so. I think I like to throw. I know he's known for throwing the body around, so I like to do that. A lot. I like to play physical. I like to play with an edge. I think he's a great guy I could model my game after. Certainly him or the Kachuk brothers. I like to look after them and play like them.
The definition of skill and grind there.
Oh yeah.
Good guys to model after.
Absolutely. Yeah. Hey, Red, what about you? If you were to pick a player or two, what would you say about modeling your game after?
I'd say I'd model my game after someone like Bergeron. He's a good two-way player, and he's pretty good. He's pretty good in the dots. He's pretty good at face-off, so that's what I try to model my game after.
Hey, John, we got a couple of goals scored by these guys, different styles, but the result was the same. Do we have those queued up?
We do. Let's start with Tyler. Tyler will run it through, give you a little look at it, and kind of take us through what you were seeing on the play. Give you a little hint. You're rushing the net, and nice little rebound goal. Let's see. We'll pop this up. Oh, a little delay here.
Hughes walks the line. Right side for Boucher. Pass, jump, shot, save made. They score on the rebound. Hyder made the first shot.
I'll give you one more look here, Booth.
Okay.
Pass, jump, shot, save made. They score on the rebound.
I'll get off my share here. So back on the man. What do you got there? You remember that one, and what are you seeing?
Yeah. The puck started off there with Lush on the flank, and it went down to Sasha. Pretty good skill play by him to be able to get that and put it on net so quick. And I guess I was just there to finish it off. Both two great players there, so they made it easy for me.
So now we got one for Red. I believe it was one of the highlights that week in the USHL. Certainly an outstanding play by you, but John's got it queued up.
Showcasing the skill here. Here we go. Oh. We didn't get the delays like this last week.
Meanwhile, Savage takes the left wing over the Youngstown line, holds it up at the half wall. Good move by Savage in deep. Backhand shot, scores! What a play!
We'll run that back once more, too.
Savage takes the left wing over the Youngstown line, holds it up at the half wall. Good move by Savage in deep. Backhand shot, scores! What a play!
Hey, Red, you look a little bit like Bergeron there, right?
A little bit, yeah. Tried to. Yeah, I'm actually I'm pretty good buddies with the D-man that I took it from there, so I was able to joke around with him for a good bit after. I'm sure I'll be able to joke around with him for years to come too.
Perfect. Again, to reset, this is the Sunday sit down featuring National Team Development Program players. I'm broadcaster Pete Krepsky, alongside with communications team leader John Edwards, and our guest today, Tyler Boucher and Red Savage, a couple of guys who played for the NTDP U18s this year. The NHL draft will be for them in 2021, and I know they're looking forward to that. Red, I want to go to you. You missed a good bit of the year with an injury, but one of the things I really enjoyed about you, you kept a real positive mental attitude, and I'm sure you worked a lot with our director of sports science, Brian Gallivan. How did Gally help you?
Yeah, me and Gally have gotten really close over the past few months. He was able to really help me. He recommended a bunch of good books for me to read to make sure that it's really easy when you're hurt to like go into get mentally fatigued with everything that's going on. But he was able to help me keep my head on track and keep my head on my shoulders.
And Tyler, you were in and out of the lineup a couple of times. When you get hurt or when you get sick, I know you want to play all the time, but how do you keep that mental attitude in a positive way?
Yeah, obviously, I think you just got to go back to the basics and getting good sleep, eating right, taking care of your body, that sort of stuff. So at the rink, Bird, Brian, and Will, they do a great job of, helping us recover with our injuries and stuff. So I just think during that time, it's important to keep doing the right things and stay intact with the team. Like, for instance, when Savvy was out there for a while, like, we would come back from bus trips at like 2 in the morning, and he didn't even have to be there, but he would always be there for us and help us unload the bus with one arm. So I think that was pretty cool. I think just staying intact with the team is good for you. So yeah.
Hey, I want to ask you both, and you can take this any way you want. How did Coach Highnote help you, beyond the fact that he's maybe the best dressed guy on the team? But how did he help you?
Yeah, he helped us make sure our suit sizes are 3 sizes too big, but
Perfect.
yeah, he's awesome.
How about
Yeah.
that for you, Bush? I mean, you're both right-handed shots. You're both pretty honest grinders. How did he help you?
Yeah. Me and Coach Highnote are pretty close. He's a great guy. He's always making me laugh out there when I'm a little hard on myself sometimes. But yeah, I think he really helped me find that part of my game to play physical. It's always been there, but I guess I just really never took it to another level. So going over video with him, like once a week or whatever we did, or in practice, extra tips after practice and stuff like that, just helped me work on my game. Yeah, but he was good for me throughout the year, and he's a really good guy.
This is for both of you. Is it, last year, was that the most video you've seen while you've been on a team? I know I often think you guys are treated like professionals, and the professionals are into the video heavily. Would that be fair to say it's a ton of video you were able to watch?
Yeah, 100%. We definitely watch more video than I've ever watched with any team. The coaches are always just cutting out the video sessions and making sure that we see what we're doing wrong, but also see what we're doing right. With we had every week we'd have like a highlight video of everything good that we did that week, and it was pretty cool if you got to see yourself up there, and if you didn't, you knew that next week you had to push yourself a little bit harder to try to show up on the highlights.
Now, Tyler, you had the individual sessions, and then you had the team sessions. How did the individual sessions help you?
Yeah, I think the beginning of the year, to be honest, I was struggling a little bit. I wasn't really, finding my game the way I wanted to. And, the coaches did a great job of when I wanted to do video or they had clips they wanted to show me, would just go over stuff individually, but when I got to the rink. So that really helped my game out throughout the year. And I really saw differences in my game from doing that at least once a week.
Well, John, I know you're going to be traveling in a little bit, but we've got real life golf happening about 3 o'clock today, Eastern time. Tiger Woods, Phil Mickelson, Peyton Manning, and Tom Brady. Guys, you got any thoughts on that?
I'm definitely excited to watch it. It's the first sports thing we've watched in 2 months. It's going to be pretty cool.
Who's going to win?
I'm gonna go Tiger. Yeah, for sure.
Who's going to win the chirps?
I don't know.
I think Tom's going to be in their head.
100%. One thing I'm interested in, guys, is a little bit of time before leading into the NTDP. A little bit different backgrounds. Tyler, you played out there in Connecticut at Avon Old Farms, where we've seen some big time NTDP alums, Spencer Knight, Trevor Zegras. Were you in any conversations with them? Did they give you a little lead in of what to expect or anything like that before heading out to Michigan?
No, I've actually never met them, to be honest, but obviously kind of just following in their footsteps, I guess, from Avon to the NTDP. But yeah, I've never really talked to them. The person who gave me the most advice, I'd say, is Matthias Samuelson. I've known him growing up. Our dads played together. My dad got coached by his dad too. So actually, I don't know if they play together, but I know he coached them. But I just grew up with them for most of my life and stuff. So yeah, he's always given me a lot of tips going to NTDP, just what to expect and you know, how to prepare and stuff like that. So
Absolutely. Now, Red, Arizona native, but where it was playing up in Michigan, where you got to play with a lot of guys you're still playing with.
Yeah.
Ty Gallagher, Sasha Passage, Dylan Duke, and Tyler Duke will be in next year. How was that, where you kind of got to advance a year with a good core of your team?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. We had a pretty amazing team to be around, because every day we were the 5 of us are pretty competitive with each other. So I think that's a big factor of my development. We were pushing each other every practice and every game to try to outdo each other and everything. So I think it just boosted all of our games up to what they are at now.
We've seen a little bit of an increasing hockey scene all across the nation, and Arizona specifically has been a hotbed. Do you see yourself as kind of a next in line? Obviously, Austin Matthews out that way. They're really pulling some names. Did they kind of pave a pathway for some Arizona natives to make some waves?
Yeah, I actually got to meet Austin Matthews. He played at the same club that I played at for a couple of years, so he was always someone to look up to and try to model my game after as much as I can. But yeah, I think Arizona, it's growing a lot in the past few years, and I think the programs there are starting to really get pretty good, especially with all the new skill coming out of there. It's pretty cool.
Absolutely. Boucher, it's a little more high school oriented, you know, over playing for the teams instead of with the travels. How did that help shape you? You know, playing against a lot of top talent with guys out there. Any foes you had in a couple of years prior people might know about?
Yeah, before prep school, we used to play against like Savvy and them at least like once a year. They were always, you know, the super team, the power team. So we actually played them, I think, yeah, our Bantam major year, we played them at the Silver Sticks, and I think we lost like 11-1, something like that. Savvy actually took a run at one of our guys at 11-1, so real class act by him there. But yeah, we were always pretty competitive with them, but yeah, it was pretty good.
We'll spend another couple of minutes with Tyler Boucher and Red Savage. Just a couple of quick comments, I guess, or answers to questions. Who's the funniest guy in your age group right now? If you were to pick 1 or 2 guys, who's the funniest?
Probably Jack Hughes. He's pretty quick-witted, and he's usually pretty good at making fun of people, so it's pretty funny.
And he doesn't have a problem having a rather famous name, right?
Yeah, I'm sure he gets it a lot. I'm sure he's prospering off the followers that he gets off of it, though.
think you're following the other Jack. Hey, however you can get him, you got to boost it.
Yeah.
What about you, Tyler? Who's funny on the team?
Yeah, I gotta go.
Who's got the sarcastic kind of drive wit, if you were to pick somebody?
I still think Jacko. Jacko's pretty funny. Me and him are always chirping each other, having a good time. So yeah, I think I have to go with Jacko on this one.
Well, guys, you watched the O2 group last year's U18s. Now you're taking over this year, and for all fans, there will be hockey at USA Hockey Arena this year. We're still working on the schedule, so no details on it yet. But when you guys hit the ice, what are some of the lessons that you learned from last year from the O2 group that you can use this year? Tyler, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I think the biggest thing I've learned from them is just the amount of work you put in is what you're going to get out of it. So, for instance, Jake Sanderson, I normally was watching him at the end of the year. Obviously, he's a great player, but he's always the last one. Him and Truska are always the last ones in the rink. They're always shooting pucks and stuff, doing extra sleds. Like I always see it. So I think just doing the extra work is what pays off, and obviously the mental side of the game is really big as well. So just stuff like that, I think, can really help your game. It's stuff I've taken from them.
Red, what about you?
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. Every person on that team, they all put in the work, and they all did it as a team, and it was pretty cool to watch throughout the year, and just to watch them grow and from they didn't have the best 17 year, but their year this year was pretty fun to watch, and just how close they all were, it was pretty cool.
One more quick question before we get you guys out of here. Obviously, goals next year, you want to go in and win your international tournaments. Is there anything individually, that you want to improve your game on as you hit that second year of experience at the NTDP? Boucher, we'll start with you.
Yeah, I think obviously it's a team game, and we want to. Our goals for a while has been to win U18 Worlds next year. We've been saying that since day one. But yeah, some individual stuff. I think, just coming into the year confident and ready to knowing my role now, I think, and knowing my identity as a player, I think that will help me come into the year. And I know what to expect, so I don't think there should be any surprises in that. I just think that have been in the league for a year now, you know what to expect. And so, yeah, just come into the league ready and ready to play right up top.
Right.
Yeah, and of course our team goals are obviously to win as many international tournaments and try to get some medals, but some individual goals would just be to stay consistent. The biggest thing in the NHL right now is consistency, and that's what I think teams are looking for. So I think that's the biggest part of my game that I am trying to improve, just consistency every night.
Well, Tyler and Red, thanks for your time. Just hold on for a second as we get out of this. John Edwards, I had some of the extended USA Hockey family ask me today, are these chats ever going to be live that they can watch, or are we going to just continue to record them and put them out a couple hours afterwards?
We'll leave that as a to be determined right now, but I think that could be on the table.
Perfect. What else is happening? I know we're promoting as best we can in a quarantine situation right now, right?
Yeah, absolutely. CJ's Brewing Company is really killing it. We got the celeb servers out there the last couple weeks. Jeff Blashill out there 2 Fridays ago. You mentioned Quinn and Jack. They got specials going every day. It's awesome. We're looking for the summer drive-in to open as soon as we are allowed. We are getting lots of questions on that, and we're ready to roll. We're just waiting for the word to say go. So whenever that happens, we'll be ready. We'll be at it, and we'll be having a lot of fun this summer.
Well, again, you've been watching the Sunday Sit Down featuring National Team Development Program players, our guests, and we thank Tyler Boucher and Red Savage for their help and assistance. I really enjoy watching them play, and they're going to be a lot of fun next season, which is going to be happening sooner than you think. This segment brought to you by our good friends at CJ's Brewing Company. They have daily specials in curbside service, give them a call at 734-453-4455. John, Tyler, and Red, thanks for this, and we'll see you again next week.